Ask any anthropologist, child psychologist, behavioral scientist, neuroscientist, and they will all consistently say that trust is the foundation of all human relationships. Read any book on leadership, any study on relationships, or any journal on parenting, and you will see the concept and idea of trust over and over again. It cannot be overstated how important trust is in any human endeavor. And so, it should be no surprise that trust is the first and most important component of leadership and the fabric of building a healthy culture. And just in case you may think that trust is a soft skill, one that is more about coddling people's feelings rather than real work, you couldn't be more wrong. If you have low trust in an organization, people are hesitant to act. And so, the organization spends more time and money trying to get things done. Conversely, if you can establish a high trust, high confidence culture, the amount of time and money you spend goes down and your effectiveness goes up. Trust truly does provide bottom line results. And in the next few moments, we'll explore how trust, as an essential to good leadership, is something that you earn and something that you extend. In parenting, trust is built by providing for a child's needs, according to something like Maslow's hierarchy. In love, trust is built by your ability to truly know, understand, and respond to the other. In organizations, trust is a function of the leader's character and competence, and the leader's ability to be true and honest about both. Character. The idea of character has its roots in ancient Greek philosophy, a word and concept that is etymologically tied to a stamp or an engraving. The idea is that a craftsperson or artisan who makes something marks their product as being genuine and is therefore of good quality. That mark or engraving carries and communicates the reputation of the craftsperson and the public claim that the product will actually perform what it was designed to perform. It is the congruence between what a person claims and what a person produces that comprises that person's character, what we might also call integrity. For leaders in organizations, this is exactly the definition we are going for. Character is not just about thinking you're a good person. Character is the summation of who you say you are as a leader, congruent with who you actually are, how you perform in the real world. And this is important because a lot of leaders sincerely believe they are good and that they care, and that may very well be true. But a good leader recognizes, and a healthy organization demands, that you recognize that what you believe about yourself alone is insufficient to building trust. So there are two parts here that are really important. First, what really are your motives? What really is your intent when you behave a certain way? What claims are you making about yourself, of your character? What principles do you say you live by? And what commitments have you made and kept to yourself, your team, and to the organization that you lead? Quite simply, building trust is about committing to behaving in a way that is congruent with your character claim. Your reputation and the trust that people have in you will naturally follow as you do. Competence. In short, the question of competence is the truth of your skills and abilities. Trust is built when people can depend upon you to do a good job with quality, diligence, and effectiveness. And if you're in a position tasked with responsibilities in areas in which you are not competent, trust will decline, as people will recognize that you're really not up to the task of doing what needs to get done. Now, recognize that competence does not mean perfection. Most people are forgiving when it comes to making mistakes, and especially when someone is forthcoming about it and owns it responsibly. However, persistent inadequacies in performance is an indicator of incompetence and requires an honest look at what truly are your skill sets. Character plus competence equals trust. So, trust is a result of a leader's character and competence. And as the leader models that kind of culture, and as the rest of the organization persists in emulating those disciplines, trust will be strengthened, and you will find yourself in a healthy organization. It is upon that trust that the rest of the organizational functionality is built. How to have productive conflict, how to keep one another accountable, how to measure results, how to correct mistakes, how to analyze and evaluate systems. All of these and more, if predicated upon trust, will be highly efficient and low on time and cost, saving you from wasted money and energy. Trust is everything. Build it, foster it, and protect it at all costs. If you don't, it will cost you. Your people already know. Now, you may notice that these two aspects of trust are directly connected to two of the three questions every good leader must ask and answer. What do you want and what are you good at? I would also remind you that what are you afraid of is still quite apropos, as fear has the ability to completely overshadow the work you do on your character and competence. But notice how the question of character is tied to your intent and motives, all derivatives of what you ultimately want. And your competency, which can include your track record and reputation, is a derivative of what you're actually good at. So, being honest with the three most important questions every good leader must ask is vital to the development, as you can now see, of not just yourself as a good leader, but is directly related to the health of your organization. So, be honest. If you must, be brutally honest with yourself and your team. And if you really want to know, here's the truth. Your people are evaluating you anyway. They're already thinking about it, and most likely they're already gossiping about it. And so while trust is built by your character and competence, trust is solidified by your integrity, which is built upon your honesty. Your organization deserves to be healthy. Your work demands it. Be coherent in your evaluation of the character and competence of yourself and every person in your organization. And recognize you're not going to be perfect. Just be honest and grow from there.